we will discuss about the phylum Chordata, kingdom Animaliae, Unit 1, Chapter 2 in Zoology. So till now we have discussed about the invertebrata or non-chordates. And from today onwards we will going to see about the phylum Chordata. So Chordata is nothing but the vertebrata. You can say it as vertebrata which possesses the backbone. Chordata. In Greek, chorda means string. So it possesses string, a nerve cord, that is a backbone. So chordata is the largest phylum with most familiar groups of animals. So it is the largest phylum with familiar animals. So fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals. So these are the famous familiar animals, and the less known forms is also seen in this. Lancelet, example Amphiopsis, and tunicates Ascidians. So all chordates has three distinct features. So that we will see now. And this is a picture of a typical chordate. You can see a nerve cord here. The dorsal hollow nerve cord, that is the backbone. This is a primitive one. And here it is the mouth. And in the mouth region you have pharyngeal slits or clefts. This is the clefts. Okay. And the anus, the waist point where the waste material will be exceed. And this is the muscular, that is post anal tail, the tail region. And you can see the segments here, the muscle segments. And this is the notochord, the backbone. So where the nerve cord will travel inside the notochord. This is a typical chordate structure. And we're going to discuss about the distinct features of chordates. Presence of elongated rod-like notochord below the nerve cord and above the alimentary canal. Nothing but the backbone. That is, a notochord runs below the nerve cord and above the alimentary canal. So, for us, the backbone is there, backbone is there. Inside the backbone, that is what is going on, the spinal cord is going. That is below the nerve cord and above the alimentary canal. There is a rod-like structure. Okay. It serves as a primitive internal skeleton. So this is first formed skeleton in the body. So it is acting as a primitive. Primitive means first formed skeleton. Internal skeleton. So in the internal view, we can see means it is the primitive skeleton. Okay, primitive internal skeleton, it is formed. It may persist throughout the life in lancelets and amphiprays. So the lancelets are, see here, this is one of the lancelet example. You think it as this is the notochord, and this notochord persists throughout their life. So for us also the backbone is till our life it is there, no. So the backbone is persist throughout the life in lancets and amphiprays. In adults, the vertebrates, it may be partially or completely replaced by the backbone or vertebral column. So in the lower forms it is called notochord, but in higher forms like human beings, okay, human beings and the cattle, mammals, other things, it was replaced by the vertebral column or the backbone. A dorsal hollow or tubule fluid filled the nerve cord lies above the notochord and below the dorsal body wall. So the fluid was filled inside the notochord. Okay, that fluid is called cerebrospinal fluid in us. So there is a fluid which fills the body wall and the nerve cord. Okay. It serves to integrate and coordinate the body functions. The fluid serves to integrate, that is to unite and do the functions in a correct order. If you want to take anything, that function was giving the signal from brain to the other parts, that was taking place in the notochord. In higher chordates, the anterior end of the nerve cord gets enlarged to form the brain, and the posterior part becomes the spinal cord protected inside the vertebral columns, that is in human beings and other higher animals. So the anterior end of that is the starting point, the head region, it becomes the brain. But at the tail region, at the from the neck region, it becomes the spinal cord. And where it is situated, the spinal cord, the nerve cord, it is situated inside the backbone. Presence of pharyngeal gills, that is pharyngeal gill slits or clefts in all the chordates at some stage of the life cycle. So for in all, that is, you have the gill stage. Even we are the human beings, when we are in mother's womb at that is the growing period, that is maybe in the third month of our mother pregnancy, we also possesses the gills. Okay, through the gills in the water we respire. After the development of the organs only we will respire with the help of our lungs. Okay, so like that, each and every person will have the pharyngeal gill slits or clefts on their life cycle. It is a series of gill slits or clefts that perforates the walls of the pharyngeal and appears during the development of every chordate. So there is a series of gill slits which appears at pairings, and it is denoted during the development of every chordate. You can able to see this gill slits. In aquatic forms, the pharyngeal gill slits are vascular, lamellar, and forms the gills for respiration. So in aquatic forms, the gills are used for respiration. So we know that the gills in a fish, it is useful for respiration. In terrestrial chordates, the traces of functional gill clefts appear during the embryonic developmental stage and disappear later. So when they are, that is in terrestrial forms, the gills appears at the beginning stage, and they are non-functional too. They are in embryonic origin also, but after further development, the gill slits will disappear. So besides the above said features, chordates are bilateral symmetry. So if we cut into two halves from top to the bottom, from the head to the leg, you will get two equal halves. If you cut at the hip region in transverse position, you won't get two equal halves. So we and other all chordates are bilateral symmetry. So you can cut one part, you will get two equal halves. And triploblastic, the embryonic origin is from three layers, that is ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm. And the organ system level of organization is seen, and it also possesses post-anal tail. So the tail is there, no, for us also there is tail, but now it is not there. But you can see at the bottom of the tail, bottom of your spinal cord, it is very sharp. That is the position where once upon a time we also have a tail. Okay, post-anal tail, and we have a very good circulatory system that is closed. Closed means the heart is doing the function, and the heart is myogenic. Myogenic means it is made up of muscles, and it is too soft, and it is the pumping organ in our body. In our body, not only in our body, in all the higher forms, that is in all chordates. Okay, and chordates, and here the blood vessels are seen. So it is the circulatory system is closed type, but in amphioxus there is no heart. So except in amphioxus it is absent like. So thank you for watching the video. If you have any doubts, post your doubts in the comment box. Give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel.